Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are having a good weekend. Today we are going to look at the fundamental analysis for the coming week, what the economy calendar has for us, and also we are going to look at the majors. Just one moment. We are going to look at the majors, focusing gold, US 500, dollar index, Euro USD, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So let's begin shortly, because we should know what may happen. Thank you so much for joining. During the opening of the market, during early European morning, one of the most important events will be the People's Bank of China with the interest rate decision. It's a bit weird the fact that this is with orange. However, the focus will be big at this point, considering that this is going to impact mainly Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. The market consensus is that the Bank of China is not going to increase the interest rates this time. During the day, as you can see, many of the data are very soft, and probably it will be a boring day. We may not see moves during the day. We have also the Bank of England's Governor Bailey's speech during European evening, but I'm not expecting anything interesting at this point, considering that they shared many details during these weeks. On Tuesday morning, we have again the Reserve Bank of Australia meetings. Also, during this moment, nothing interesting should be on our radar, considering that it was shared during the interest rate decision, most of the information, so it will be only a summary. And for Tuesday, the most important part will be related with consumer price index from the Bank of Canada. This is going to impact the market. We have to be very careful. We have consumer price index yearly numbers and also monthly. This is going to be very important. During the previous month, it was 3.8%, and it is expected to decrease to 3.2%. As we have seen, all the major economies are doing very well with the inflation numbers. The US during the previous time is showed already signs of improvement, inflation numbers, despite the fact that the US dollar suffered losses. If this number is going to come out as expected, as the consensus is here, probably we may see Canadian dollar to be impacted again. So let's be careful. This is very important. And during the day, we don't have anything important until the FOMC minutes. However, also at this point, it should be only a summary of the FOMC meeting. The FOMC that will be important will be on December's meeting, so this is only a summary, nothing important again. We saw Powell coming out with different comments during this week, because he shared many details, but all of them were old, so the focus of the market will be big, but I'm not expecting moves in the market. On Wednesday, we have another speech from the Reserve Bank of Australia, Governor Bullock. It may impact the market. It will be something interesting at this point, considering that we have the Bank of Australia minutes that was scheduled before. So probably he may share something at this point. And also we have Bank of England monetary policy report hearings. It is going to be very interesting again. During the day, we don't have anything, so it's very soft economy calendar. And later we have also some other data, soft data, initial jobless claims, durable goods orders, probably small moves in the market, but anything significant here. And one of the most important part will be during the close of the London market, the Banks of Canada Governor Macklem speech. Probably they will discuss, or they will share something related with the inflation numbers and the monetary policy statement. So this is what we so much to every one of you that is joining right now. On Thursday, we have important data from Eurozone, as you can see, from Germany and from Eurozone as well. All are in red, and these are very important indicators. Also from the UK. The problem is that we are on Thanksgiving Day at this point. The market volume can be very small, but on the other, later during the day, from New Zealand, we have retail sales. It was minus 0.1% during the previous month. It is not placed yet the consensus for this indicator. However, also New Zealand is doing very well related with the data. And on Friday, all the data that we have are very, very soft. So it is not expected anything interesting in the market. We have only two indicators that will move during the end of the day, close to near to the close of the European market. So I think that it should be a boring day, and the focus that I would like for this week should be during the Thanksgiving day. It can be from a boring day to a very volatile day, considering that the volume will not be stable. And another one that is very important will be on Tuesday. So these are the days that I'm looking at so far. So let's go on the charts to see what may happen during this week. The first one that we are going to look at is gold from a higher time frame perspective that I have shared also before. Considering that we had also a critical moment related with the war between Israel and Hamas that began on October 7th, I was expecting for the price to reach the top again as it did before during the banking crisis, during the war between Ukraine and Russia, or during COVID-19. As you can see, this time the market reacted in advance, and an immediate resistance zone was found close to 2008. So the 2000 price level so far is acting very, very strong. The market was waiting for the war to escalate more, but as you can see, the situation is not good at all. But on the other hand, it is not escalating more. So we are not looking at other countries to get involved in the war. Probably, in my opinion, I think that the resistance zone close to 2000 proved to be very strong. We have very strong selling pressure close to 2000. The price is holding below this area, and it is likely that it can move down again. What was very strange is that when the price reached the bottom on November 12th, that was near the zone, November 12th, November 13th, we saw the bullish movement to begin. It was looking like a possible correction before a bigger bearish wave. But what happened was that during the previous week, the week that we already closed, we saw a bullish movement that was very aggressive, and later it was also another one. This second wave happened when oil price moved in a crazy way. It was very strange because all the market moved at the same time. So it was something that I personally didn't understand at all. I don't know why it was created. The price faced very strong resistance also before during the war problem. So look at the waves were not so aggressive, and this time it was more aggressive than before. So this was something very strange. And on gold, the price reached 1993. In the current conditions that the war is not escalating more, we don't have anything new there. I think that we may see the price to stop close to the top 2000, and probably the bottom that we had during these moments. And in this way, we may see a possible range trading movement on gold. So this is what I'm looking at for the moment. So far, we should see the price moving down again. So uh, we can be in a wide trading range zone between 1936 and 2000. These are the 2 points that I'm looking at for a possible movement. Also, at this moment, we may observe that we have some bearish sign, very strong bearish sign here. And this is showing the possibility that from this point, even if we spend some time, we may see bearish movement to begin again. However, it has to develop more because it's too early to anticipate this movement, but it has higher chances to create this type of move. So let's see what is going to happen during the coming week. It will be also interesting, but also difficult considering the economic calendar that doesn't have many data where we should focus. The next one that we are going to look at is the dollar index. We have seen this many times. During the previous week, the price broke out from this strong structure below 105, and as you can see, dollar index is holding very strong. During the previous time, I was looking for a deeper pullback close to 105 before the price moves down again. But during the close of the London market on Friday, during the close of the US market, sorry, on Friday, it was the end of the day, we saw that the price created another bearish pattern. I don't know if this pattern will hold the bearish volume, but in these conditions, dollar index confirmed that probably it may move down further from this point because we are in a possible continuation pattern at this moment. So if the bearish volume created during the end of the day is going to be a solid bearish volume because we have a solid breakout from this small pattern, then the next stop for the dollar index will be close to the structure zone, and this is showing for a possible retest of 103, 103.2. So let's see somewhere in this area. This is a possible movement that we may see so far on the dollar index. And in this way, this is showing that also the dollar may face losses during the coming week. Probably the Thanksgiving day may impact the market, or may impact the US dollar more negatively than the other days. So let's see what is going to happen. This is so far the first target that I'm looking at for the dollar index. The next one will be US 500 that I'm looking at. This is going to be very complex during these moments. Dollar index is showing that we may have a weaker USD during the coming week, but on the other hand, also US 500 is showing that from the structure zone, probably we may see a bearish move. The problem is that most of the time when the US dollar is weak, we see US 500 to increase. However, it is not must, but we have to be careful. I think that it is not clear yet about the next price direction. The price is still holding below the resistance zone. Overall, this is showing that the price is getting ready for one of the movement. It should move down, but we have to be very careful considering the dollar index. It is not showing anything clear so far. We don't have any pattern yet. That is why we have to be very careful about the next price direction. The The structure zone is showing that the chances for a bearish move are high, considering also the dollar index. I would prefer to stay away from US 500 because if the dollar will extend the losses this week, we may see dollar index US 500 sorry to extend up to the top of the structure before another movement. So another movement down or up again. So this is also a possible opportunity that may happen. The next one is Euro USD. I have shared this several times. Also when it was at the lowest point. On a weekly chart, the structure zones that we had from the left, these are the previous drawings that I left here. We can see that we have very strong resistance area, a support area on the left side of the structure. So look at how big yes, we're at this point. As you can see also here, it's already very strong price reaction when it goes to 1.0450, 1.05. We were following Euro USD since when it was close to the bottom several times, and on the daily chart, this is getting visible that the price is growing and it may continue to grow further. Also, from the previous analysis that I have shared, when the price was close to the bottom, we were looking at for possible bullish moves, and here we have the bullish moves, how they were created. So the price moved from the previous zone. We were looking at this also before for a possible bullish scenario in this way, and everything worked out very well, as you can see when it was shared on October 18th. However, it was not so clear during that moment. And during the previous week, we had two possible scenarios, one pause in the first area and in the second area. As you can see, in these conditions, Euro USD is growing. Also, this breakout from the current pattern that we have is happening. It happened, sorry, during the close of the London of the US market. The price is already close to a strong structure. However, the bullish volume may increase further. If this is going to be a solid breakout, we have to see how the market will react during the opening on Monday. And the next stop, if the price will break through the first zone, the next stop will be close to 1.130 or 50. So this is the area that I'm looking at for a bigger bullish movement. We are not too far away, considering the pattern and the strength. This is a pattern that was very small. The price been here only 3 days. And we are not too far away from the next structure zone. This is only 160 pips. Probably it may move during the coming week, or the price may create something different. However, this is how the price may move for Euro USD. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate your comments. The next one that we are going to look at is Bitcoin. We have to be very careful with Bitcoin. On a daily chart, we have an ugly pattern above a bullish pattern. Probably many are expecting for Bitcoin to increase further. However, we have to be careful. It is growing very slowly from October 23rd. This pattern is not so clear yet. And if we are going to look at on a 4-hour time frame, this is the only pattern that we have for Bitcoin. The price is not finding the right volume to increase further. Considering that the previous time Ethereum was stopped close to the top of this area, close to 38K, this is increasing the chances that we have a possible top. That is why we have to be very careful. On a lower time frame, we don't have anything interesting yet. Everything is not clear at this moment. The price looks like it wants to break through the top, but it is not finding the right volume. We have also a possible triangle pattern. So once the price will break through this top, probably it will test 38 again. However, I'm not so convinced about the bullish move. And even if it is going to happen, this immediate resistance will be found close to 38 and it may create any sell-off that can be more aggressive. That is why we have to be very careful with Bitcoin. In order to create the bullish movement, it has to close any candle before, and it can be also a limited bullish movement, and we may see also any loss of volume, and it can dump easily. So stay away, or let's see how the market will take shape. Another possible scenario, considering that we are within this triangle pattern, if the price is going to break the triangle, then we may see a bearish movement. So it is offering both possibilities this time. The first target will be found close to 35, 35 and 500, a deeper target close to another zone. So these are the two areas that I'm looking at for Bitcoin. I posted also an analysis for Ethereum before. It's a bit complex so far. We have to be very careful. The analysis that I shared, I was looking at for a breakout above this area. Let's make it this with red. In order for the price to increase further, because this is a different perspective with Ethereum, it is in a different position compared with Bitcoin. If the price will increase further, probably we may see Ethereum to increase up to these areas. Close to 2000 will be a very interesting psychological area, and later with the structure zones. However, what we have to be careful for Ethereum is that we have to wait for a solid breakout from this red area. This breakout is not going to happen, then we may see release liquidity and it can move down up to the bottom of the structure again. So it is not clear yet. It has to confirm any of the movement. So far it can do these moves. If this is going to hold, it will move down to 19,000 to 1,980. So this is overall also at this point. One of the members is asking about USDN. Yes, we may look at it. However, we have to be very careful with USDN. The top that we are looking at close to this zone, we can see that the price already tested the top of the structure where it was on October 2022. So this is dating back 1 year ago. The price already stopped. I think that probably the fear that the market is showing that the Bank of Japan is going to intervene again at this point, and probably the Bank of Japan is monitoring this price area very strong, very uh, strong this time. It is likely that we may see bearish moves. Two problems that I see for the moment is for the big bearish movement, because everyone is talking for bullish potential on USDN. Look at how big is this potential. This is the minimum form, but it should come close to 128. The problem that I see is that it has a very big negative swap rate, that it is going to kill your profits, in my personal opinion. And another problem that we have so far is that we need for this movement the Bank of Japan to intervene in the market. During Friday, I read also some comments from the Bank of Japan. Governor Ueda said that they were ready to change their monetary policy statement, so they will consider any yield curve control negative rate if price goal is inside. The problem is that they already lied several times. This is a problem that we may see the price react. It may increase up to the top, and probably it may move down later. So this is the problem that is happening with yen. It is not ready to begin a bearish movement if we are not going to have any clear decision from the Bank of Japan. So that's all for today. This is what I'm looking at for USD yen. We have a range trading for the moment from 149 to 151.8. 260 pips move, so it's a decent move from both ways. So let's see what is going to happen. So that's overall for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. Please don't forget to hit the like button and follow. I wish you all a good weekend. Bye bye.